in middle school. This is in middle school. I known that Santa wasn't real, so.
Shh, there's children.
Oh, shit. I can't even say it then. Damn. Basically, I got kicked out for telling all the little kids that Santa wasn't real.
Merry Christmas!
My bad, y'all. My bad.
The other night, we went out in Burbank and we met
Tim,
Nicole,
Haley,
Evelyn,
Alejandro,
Bobby,
Ryan,
Sam,
Brandon,
RJ,
Juan,
Stephanie,
and Alex.
I wanted to go out and talk to people and ask them about Christmas because, and the reason that I love Christmas and I find this time of year fascinating is that we are surrounded by songs of praise and talk about Jesus, even by people who don't necessarily know him. And I think it's a time where people's hearts are warmer and more open. And I think it's a great opportunity, and it just warms my heart because I get to walk through a store and hear a song that praises Jesus, and that doesn't always happen. So that's why this time of year is magical for me, and I love to feel the love. Almost everyone I know celebrates Christmas, but not everyone I know is a Christian, and so that's kind of a fascinating thought to me, that this holiday, which has Christ in the name, doesn't necessarily mean the same thing to all people. So I wanted to talk to people about what it means to them.
Some of the questions that we asked were, what does Christmas mean to you?
And what are your holiday traditions? Do you talk about the story of Christmas?
What Christmas story? The Grinch?
Do you go to church on Christmas? Do you go to church regularly?
And these were some of the answers that we got.
I've always spent time with my family. I used to live in Virginia, so it would snow there all the time. So Christmas for me is snow, hanging out with my cousins, and doing really unconventional things. Like last year, or like a couple of years ago, we went to go see Krampus, which was a Christmas time horror movie.
I think the favorite thing about the Christmas season is people have a tendency to kind of reflect on the past year, maybe think about the things that they've managed to accomplish, and maybe some of those that they haven't. Maybe bring to their friends and family that they've learned over the course of that year before.
To me, it just means you get to be with family, and to like my friends that I call family, to me it's just like a family gathering kind of season.
I mean, just the sights and sounds, just the colors and the music that gets played on the radio. Just something about it that makes you feel warm and makes you want to talk to people and hang out with family,
When I was younger, it was the presents.
Yeah, right?
Now it's like, nope, you get socks.
Hey man, I don't know about you, but I love getting socks.
I love socks.
Now that we're all older, we all appreciate the
Yeah, because
socks.
when I was younger, we're like, clothes, such a boring present. But now it's like I get to do laundry less.
You replace it with socks.
Exactly.
Man, it's like they go low fast, and it's just like, where are my socks?
The best thing about holiday season is, spending time with friends and family, and celebrating together, and just being cheerful together, and not being focused on what's going wrong, but on what's going right. So that's the biggest thing to me.
Basically, it just means like giving. I'd rather give than receive.
I can really tell. This is my 5th year out here.
Okay.
So you could tell just right after about Thanksgiving, people just get a little bit nicer and just feel a little more care, and you can just feel a little better vibe in the air. And I don't know, you could just feel a different spirit. And I think that's what it is. You can really feel a Christmas spirit out here.
Christmas means having fun. That's a good one.
Christmas means to have fun with your family, and
Christmas means to have fun with your family and just enjoy.
Christmas means giving presents out to your family and having fun and Jesus' birthday.
What I really loved about this experience was I wasn't all that excited to do it at first.
She wasn't. The reason I wanted to make this video is because
And I just wanted to support Cammie's enthusiasm for this video. Because I was just nervous. Because I don't know how people take things these days. That hesitation played into what I got out of this experience, which was really interesting. Because I found that not only did conversations go past us rolling the camera, they delved into the story of Christ more easily than I thought they would. And a couple of our friends that we met even brought up Jesus before we did.
That was fascinating to me because we only met a few people who would call themselves Christians. We weren't afraid to bring up Jesus and to see where he stands in their holiday traditions. And not everyone, when we asked them what Christmas meant to them, not everyone talked about Jesus. But whenever we asked in particular, almost every person had their own little story about how the story of Jesus or church affects their holiday season and what it means to them.
We are Christian. My family is, but we're not like super overly religious in where we go to church every Sunday. So usually when we do have Christmas, it's at my grandparents' house or at my aunt's house or our house. It doesn't matter. We do just spend time as a family. I do enjoy the Bible stories, and I do try to focus on the fact that Christmas is really about the birth of Jesus more so than the commercial aspects of it.
Right.
Because I feel like at its core, not only is it about family, but it is about this amazing story, regardless of whether you agree with the religion or believe in it or not. So yes, I do feel in a way closer to the Christian religion around this time of year because I just try to focus on it more.
People who have a little bit of a religious background or people who are spiritual could certainly reflect on the idea that this is also an opportunity, not necessarily to just give gifts to friends and family who are probably in comfortable positions, hopefully, but also those who are, in need of something more basic. And certainly, I think for people who are traditionally Christian, that would be something that would hopefully ring true to them as well.
So we're actually Hispanic Mexican traditional family, so we actually celebrate on Christmas Eve. We do this thing where we sing to baby Jesus. It's like a little porcelain doll and we put him to sleep, and oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. For me at this point it's more of a tradition. It's something we've done since I was little. So now even when we don't do it, I feel like there's a part of the day missing.
Naturally, right? That's kind of where it came from.
That's kind of where it came from.
It's in the name.
My man.
It makes it easier, right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't catch people off guard like it
It's
does
just
other
oh, you're
times.
talking about God. What? But oh, well, it's Christmas.
Well, it's Chris.
It's in the name.
Back when I was we were giving back home and stuff, because I'm from Ohio.
Oh, okay.
My family would buy a lot of Christmas gifts and give them to families that couldn't afford gifts for their own families and stuff.
For me, because I happen to be a Christian, it's about the birth of Jesus for me. But for everyone, it's what it's a season, whatever it means for everybody.
We go to church and we celebrate at our house. We celebrate during Christmas Eve, and then when it's 12 a.m. we open our presents.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I love that.
We play games and we celebrate our Christmas. We open the presents and we have fun with them.
Have fun with the presents. That's great. That's a good tradition. We definitely made some fast friends. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It's crazy how in just a few minutes you can really get to know somebody, and
If you ask the right questions, what does Christmas mean to you?
yeah. So go out into the public and ask all the strangers you meet what Christmas means to them, and you'll have so many friends.
Merry Christmas.
Wait, one more time. Sorry, I did a weird thing. I don't know what I'm doing. Merry Christmas.